And we greet you on this beautiful Friday in May 2023. Glad you are tuned in for another edition of Beach District Girls Lacrosse, and we are live here from the Sportsplex on this 12th day of May. Matt Hatfield here with you, Jeff Fotmar, camera operator, as we have the Ocean Lakes Dolphins in the white taking on the Bayside Marlins in the red. And right out of the gate, it's going to be a goal by Ocean Lakes' number 7. We'll get you that in 1 second, and assisted by number 3 for the Dolphins. Brittany Yang with the goal for the Dolphins as they strike literally 21 seconds into the contest. And we'll tell you the individuals contributing today. The assist by Summerlin Gates on that after successfully winning the draw. Ocean Lakes, which has been dominant this year, 9-1 in the beach, 9-1 record-wise on the season. Coming into today, their lone loss coming in an out-of-district matchup to Cape Henry by a count of 18-8. And for those of you that watched our YouTube channel and beachsportsplex.com, the streaming page, you saw them defeat Green Run 15-0 on a night when the Dolphins blanked the Stallions in both girls and boys lacrosse. And it looks like they're looking for more here to begin this matchup and stay on the attack. Bayside comes in as no slouch, 7-1 on the season, as the Marlins are having themselves a rather nice campaign as well. Their lone blemish came to First Colonial 14-3 back on April 27th, but they have 3 shutout wins over Salem and Tallwood, 18-0 each, and a 1-0 squeaker that they prevailed in over Green Run, 11-10, their most recent outing, a win for the Marlins over Kellum just 3 days ago. But while we have a chance, let's tell you the lineup for Ocean Lake since they scored first. Zoe Wise, number 1, starting for Coach Lauren Logan. You also have Hannah Hicks, number 2. Summerlin Gates, number 3, who has an early assist. Riley Devlin, a captain, wearing number 4. Molly Ryan Gates, number 5. Brittany Yang is a captain wearing number 7 and had the game's first goal. Riley Wright is number 8. And speaking of the Devlers, Riley Wright trying to get something brewing here as they have it near the attacking portion. Nifty toss to Yang, who's going to haul it in and score as Yang gets her second goal. This one comes for Brittany Yang off an assist. Nifty feed from number 5 for the Dolphins and Molly Ryan Gates. Brittany Yang on the goal. So Yang's second goal makes it Dolphins 2, Marlins nothing, 23-13 to go in our first half as Molly Ryan Gates comes up with the assist there. So 2-0 our score just moments into this contest. Nice slight breeze here on this Friday night, where the temperature has been warm throughout the day. Checking in right now as we speak to you all on this Friday at 5:33 at 84 degrees. Low will dip down to only 70 tonight. In addition to Wise, Hicks, Summerlin Gates, Molly Ryan Gates, Devlin, Yang, and Riley Wright, Kaylin Zilagi, number 9, Emma Sanders, number 10, Bryn Kimmerer, number 11, Sydney Schneider, number 12, Valeria Rosado, number 13, Reese Longwater, Dons, 14, Lauren Rockove, a starter wearing 15, Alyssa Labachi, 16, Bella Rivers, 17, Labachi, Rockove, and Rivers starters. Number 19, Charlie Hedquist, number 23, Melanie Dunaway, a starter, and Carson Thomas rounding out the lineup as the goalkeeper wearing 29 for Coach Lauren Logan, assisted by Missy Dunaway for Ocean Lakes. I'll tell you about Bayside's roster in just a moment, but we want to tell you that our broadcast tonight is brought to you by Tropical Smoothie Cafe, where you can eat better, feel better. We're bursting with fresh flavors where they offer grab-and-go catering along with box lunches. Tropical Smoothie Cafe is right down the road, Princess Anne Road, across the street from Tower Community College. And on the free position, Bayside will score here to cut into this Ocean Lakes lead. We'll credit that goal to number 22 for Bayside. who's wearing the protective goggles over her eyes. Let me just double check. It is indeed number 22 for Bayside. And that is Larissa Aub scoring that goal for the Marlins. So Larissa Aub, number 22, scoring for Bayside. And while we have a moment, we're going to take a quick time out here, but hear from One Life Fitness. Come right back.
Revitalize your property today. Shine Time is your...
All right, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. We apologize. We missed a goal there moments ago by Molly Ryan Gates. Had some technical issues, but we're trying to iron them out. Molly Ryan Gates scoring the third goal of the day to give Ocean Lakes a 3-1 lead over Bayside with 21:01 to play. Very nice score for them off that successful draw, answering Larissa Aub's goal for Bayside that made it 2-1 in favor of the Dolphins. Marlins are trying to inch back closer, but here comes this breakaway and quick attack for Ocean Lakes. And now Yang has it again. That one's a little high upstairs, and it will go over the net, but it's retrieved from behind as Riley Wright's able to scoop it up. And now Riley Wright has it. Dishes it over to number 4, and it's scored. 8 finds 4 as it's right to Riley Devlin. As right to Riley Devlin makes it 4-1 Dolphins with 20:25 to go in our first half. So Ocean Lakes wasting no time here piling up the goals, something they've done successfully throughout this season. Dolphins have scored double digits in every one of their 9 Beach District games thus far. 13 versus Kempsville, 18 each against Tallwood and Kempsville, 15 versus Salem, 19 against Cox, 12 and a win over Kellum, 17 on First Colonial, and here most recently 13 versus Princess Anne and 15 just 3 days ago against Green Run. Bayside's trying to get on the attack. It'll be lost there on that move by Hannah Hagag. Let's give you the Bayside lineup for the Marlins. Midfielder wearing 0 is Isabella De Jesus. Defenseman number 1, Shamaya Burgess. Attacker number 2, Elena Chemnis. Number 3, Emily Zimba, an attacker. Number 4, coming off the bench, Jordan Hentrick for Bayside. Another starter, number 5, is Alima Salah, a defender there. Number 6, attacker Natalie Fortin off the bench for the Marlins. Starting for Bayside, Hannah Hagag, number 7. And as we tell you that, looks like Bayside has struck again to cut into this lead at 4-2. Number 2, Elena Chemnis. So that trims the Ocean Lakes lead to 4-2 here with 19:38 to play in our first half. I believe we left off at number 7, the midi, Hannah Hagag. Number 8, defender Chloe Friedman. Number 9, Isabella Sager. Number 10, another defender, Lana Schote. Number 11, midfielder Ava Brown. Number 12, midfielder Maria Hansen. Number 13, starting midfielder Stacy Magwal. Attacker number 14, Carly Kerr-Hadstein is a starter. 15 is Claire McPobry, alternating between midfielder and defender. You have 16, midfield starter Sanaya Kapoor. 17, defender and midi Jasmine Vaughn in the starting lineup. 18 is defender Layla Morris. 19 is defender Mirabella Caro. 21 is defender Vanessa Lilo. Starting is number 22, Larissa Aub, who we mentioned had the first goal for Bayside, and she's a midfielder. One more midfielder is Kaylin Dietz. Kaylin Dietz coming off the bench, number 23, and then Elise Frazier, a defender wearing 24 to round out the Bayside roster. So there you have it. All right, so under 19 minutes to go in this first half. Rather sunny afternoon here, late afternoon, early evening here at the Sportsplex. Looks like Bayside's trying to use a little bit of a weave here with Shania Kapoor. Tossing it around. And now Emily Zimba as they work into that X spot from behind the net.
Well, it's everybody's favorite time of year again. Time to prepare to make your annual donation to that infernal revenue service. And if you're like me, you need help. Help to keep that donation as small as possible. So get off your W-2 and call John Maynard at John's Tax Service. 455-6763.
After more than 50 years of innovation, AstroTurf still leads the way. The inventor of artificial turf does it all, right here in the USA. We engineer, test, manufacture, and install the world's most innovative fibers and turf technologies, with over 30,000 tracks and fields worldwide. AstroTurf, powered by Sport Group.
All right, we're back here. Apologies to you, everyone, as you're not seeing the footage of what's taking place at the moment. We're having some technical difficulties with our camera, but we're troubleshooting it to the best of our abilities. Matt Hatfield here with you as we speak to you from the Virginia Beach Sportsplex on this Friday night. Score is Ocean Lakes 4, Bayside 2. If you're just joining us on this Friday night, the 9-1 Dolphins in front of on the 7-1 Marlins. Just 21 seconds in, Brittany Yang scoring on a goal, assisted by Summerlin Gates. Second goal came from Yang, who got an assist from Molly Ryan Gates. Marlins cut into it with Larissa Aub with a goal. And then quickly, Ocean Lakes was able to answer with Molly Ryan Gates at the 21:01 mark to make it 3-1. Moments ago, it was Riley Wright to Riley Devlin scoring it as the Rileys got involved to make something happen for Ocean Lakes. And that put the score at 4-1 at the 20:25 mark. Bayside responded with a goal from Elena Chemness. at the 1938 mark, and we're approaching 15 minutes to go in the first half. And we're efforting getting our camera view back up for all of you out there. So apologies again to that as we speak to you on this regular season finale for Ocean Lakes. Bayside has one more game to come on its schedule before the playoffs arrive. Ocean Lakes is done after tonight as far as regular season games go. For Bayside, they have another game forthcoming on May the 16th. That'll be on Tuesday at home against Princess Anne. And right now, on the attack and scoring right in front of the net is number 3 for Ocean Lakes with the goal. Put it on the board for Summerlin Gates. And Summerlin Gates' latest goal increases the lead to 5-2. So Ocean Lakes now up by 3 goals as Summerlin Gates increases the advantage here with 14:38 to go in our first half. For the draw, it'll be Zoe Wise for Ocean Lakes. Looks like for Bayside, it'll be number 22, Larissa Aub. As these two will compete for possession. And the gals in red are able to hop up with it as Bayside comes away with possession on that draw. Stacy McGuall for Bayside. Official signal his possession will stay with the Marlins. As McGuall is able to navigate up the field quickly, tosses over to Gerhard Stein. And now we have a view back for all of you. So big thanks to Garrett Jackson for troubleshooting that for us tonight to get you back able to watch this action for the remaining 14 minutes of the first half. And Jeff Fatma will reassume his camera operating duties for us as we watch Bayside operate from behind the net in the X spot. And with 13:57 to go, looks like we will get a free position opportunity now for the Marlins to see if they can chop into this deficit. From that right side, it'll be number 2, Elena Chemnitz, who has that goal, initiating the opportunity, and her ground attempt will be wide of the net. It's scooped up, however, by our teammate in Gerhard Stein, number 14. They get it over to number 7 now in Hannah Hagag. Hagag tossing it back over to number 13. That's Stacy McGuall. Marlins trying to drive away from the double team, but Ocean Lake so aggressive here defensively, and now they able to scoop it up and quickly move up the field with the speedy Riley Devlin, number 4, the captain. Captain, passing it over to a teammate in 23, Melanie Dunaway. And now the Dolphins will slow the pace just a tad. Might not be for long. As Summerlin Gates takes over. Working behind the net in that X spot. Ocean Lakes looking incredibly strong here in this first half. Bayside able to come up with a swipe of possession thanks to Elena Chemnitz. And Chemnitz now has it. So Ocean Lakes regaining possession now as we near 12 minutes to go in our first half. Up ahead, her toss. Dolphins get it with Brittany Yang. Yang up ahead inside the 15-yard line if you're seeing the football yard markers on your screen. And now the whistle. We'll give a free position to Ocean Lakes now. And stop. Great save. But then able to get it off the rebound. The ricochet action comes out to Ocean Lakes, and number 3, Summerlin Gates, scoring it. So it was initially a really good save by the goalkeeper for Bayside, who we want to shout her out. Kaylee Moore, who we did not earlier, the goalkeeper. Give her some credit. That's Summerlin Gates' second goal in this first half, and it makes it 6-2 Ocean Lakes with 11:40 to go in our first half. So that free position paying off for Ocean Lakes on the rebound. And with a timeout on the field, we'll step aside for a quick moment. 6-2 is our count. Dolphins leading by 4 with 11:40 to go in this first half. Our game brought to you today by Tropical Smoothie. Eat better, feel better, where they're bursting with fresh flavors. Thanks to them, and also thanks to our friends at CHKD Sports Medicine. Let's hear what CHKD has to tell all of you.
At CHKD, sports medicine is more than just treating injuries. It's a whole team approach to caring for young athletes. With experienced physicians, surgeons, trainers, and rehab specialists here when kids and teens need them most. Our experts help young athletes prevent injuries too, with advanced training and conditioning programs that keep them in the game safely. CHKD Sports Medicine, where kids are more than patients and we're more than a hospital.
All right, we're back, and we're having some more technical difficulties with our view here, so bear with us. Just heard from our friends at Zoop Eatery. Right now, Ocean Lakes, after that latest goal from Summerlin Gates, up 6-2, and they win the draw. So from behind the net, we'll give you some audio broadcast until we get our video to return. The Dolphins' shot will be behind the net and still out of play. Trying to curl in for a look at it was Zoe Wise. So far, Summerlin Gates with an assist, a couple of goals. Molly Ryan Gates with a goal and an assist. Brittany Yang with a pair of goals. And so far, so very good for Ocean Lakes. Now Yang looking for the hat trick. Tries to slice through the middle to receive the feed. Can't hang on to the ball. Now scooping it up off the turf. It'll be the Dolphins with number 15 in Alyssa Lobatzi. Check that, Lauren Rockhove. And we have view back for you here. And we are back in business, it looks like. as taking a stumble for the Dolphins. And now we have a foul, it looks like. And now Bayside on the run. Bayside on the run. And doesn't look like anything will materialize on that opportunity. And a goal for Bayside to cut into the Ocean Lakes lead, now 6-3. So with 10:15 to go, Bayside pulls within a goal. Number 16 for the Marlins was Sanaya Kapoor scoring that latest goal. So Kapoor's latest goal cuts Ocean Lakes' lead down to 6-3 with 10:15 to go in the first half. Draw from midfield is going to be won here by the Dolphins. Molly Ryan Gates feeds it over to Summerlin Gates. There's Riley Devlin as we hit under 10 minutes to go in this first half. Tossing to Summerlin Gates. Summerlin trying to spin away from her defender. And there will be a check that's effective for Bayside, so they're able to get it back. Now working the sideline on the far side. Bayside with a long toss up ahead. On the run, received well by number 16 and Shania Kapoor. Toss is going to get away from the intended target in Elena Chemnitz. But Chemnitz able to, for a moment, appear to scoop it up. And they will, from the looks of it, maintain possession. So Bayside working from the X spot, that area behind the goal. Going to curl in to see if they can get their fourth goal of the half. Marlins have it now. Number 2, Elena Chemnitz. Feeds it over to Isabella De Jesus. Now Gerhardstein has it. Carly Gerhardstein. Patiently looking for an opening. Bayside waiting to see if they can create something with Chemnitz going right and then swooping back left and scoring it. Elena Chemnitz with her second goal of the half. What a very subtle, nice move for her. And just like that, her second goal cuts the Ocean Lakes lead to 2 at 6-4. Lulled the defense to sleep in a lot of ways. And she patiently went to work and got one through. 6-4 is the tally. So the Marlins, who trailed this one by 3, now within 2. On a couple of occasions, down 4-1, 5-2, and 6-3. Now here they are at 6-4. Actually trailed it by 4 goals. Bayside shot is saved as the attempt from Larissa Aub is saved by number 29 in Carson Thomas in goal for Ocean Lakes. Here come the Dolphins. Trying to get near midfield. As our camera view returns for all of you with 7:39 to go in this first half. Ocean Lakes. Zoe Wise trying to wiggle away from a double team and work free from traffic over to Bryn Kimmerer. Kimmerer gets the defender on her hip, spins, now runs into two and can't split them, loses possession. Bayside scoops it up and the Marlins throw it up ahead. Able to catch it and move forward into Ocean Lakes territory with some relative ease. It's Bayside's number 2, Elena Chamnes, who's got 2 goals and might be thinking hat trick here. But a defender's chasing her from behind, and Riley Devlin, one of the Dolphins' 2 captains. And now this toss getting closer towards midfield, not the direction Bayside wants to go, trailing by 2 goals here. But the Marlins are hanging tough here in this first half. They've shown some promise. Kura Hardstein feeds it over to McGuall. Stacy McGuall, one of the middies. Now to Elena Schote in that X spot. Chamness has it. Seeing if they can lull the defense to sleep again. It worked well enough for them on the last sequence to score. That second defender for Ocean Lakes is coming in that direction. Here's Chamness. Oh, a little high upstairs on that attempt. Tried to repeat what she did on the previous occasion, but unable to duplicate the results and make the score 6-5. So instead it remains 6-4 in favor of the Dolphins as we hit under 5 minutes and 40 seconds to play until halftime. Dolphins with Riley Wright thinking about scoring here, but here comes a nifty defensive play by Bayside, as that was all predicated on stopping her with Shemaya Burgess coming from the opposite angle and just pretty much knocking it out of her possession. Quickly up ahead are the Marlins with Larissa Aub. Bayside has numbers here, 4-on-3 opportunity. Maintaining possession as they get into the X spot, but then losing it. And now the Dolphins scoop it up with Molly Ryan Gates. This has probably been the toughest test that Ocean Lakes has encountered in lacrosse action in the city to this point. They, granted, to have a 6-goal win over Princess Anne just a week ago, but Bayside has really battled them in this first half. And they're just a play away from making this a 1-goal game. Yang got off to such a fast start for Ocean Lake. Still thinking about that hat trick. 2 defenders are staying in pursuit of her. In particular, number 1, driving her towards that pylon on the far side. And that would be Shemaya Burgess. Dolphins looking to spread out the Marlins here. See if they can stretch them out wide and then be able to attack up the middle, north-south variety. Playing catch hot potato style, if you will, with Devlin, Molly Ryan Gates, Summerlin Gates, and others. And now working into the X spot and making a pass is Riley Devlin. Sends it over to Summerlin Gates, who has been one of the dominant players in the beach this year. In fact, in that 13-4 win over Kempsville, Summerlin Gates had 6 goals back in late March. And their 15-0 shutout against Salem, she was able to score with ease in that one. So the free position did not result in points for Ocean Lakes just yet. Dolphins, as we resume play here with our view back working for you. And trying to curl through for the goal, unable to do so. Ocean Lakes missing on that attempt, but they get it right back. Thanks to Riley Devlin off for Molly Ryan Gates's golden look at it, unable to fall. Another chance, but a great save again as Yang's attempt was thwarted in goal. Once more, Bayside goalkeeper Kaylee Moore has been superb at times, coming up with saves. Keeping the Marlins afloat in this one. No pun intended. Now Ocean Lakes racing along the far sideline. Summerlin Gates makes the pass. Eventually scooped up. But an errant delivery there results in Bayside coming up with it. And now number 17 on the move for the Marlins. Jasmine Vaughn up ahead. Here's Carly Gerhardstein. Runs into number 10 for Ocean Lakes in Emma Sanders. And that's where it will stop for a moment. 1:35 to go. Bayside has it. Here's Hannah Hagag. Under 90 seconds to play in the half. Hagag hands it off. Trying to slice her way through is Maria Hansen, but she loses the handle. Now here comes Ocean Lakes. Up ahead to Riley Wright. Wright. Looking for someone to toss it to. And now the Dolphins on this restart. This is where they can be deadly. In the free position with Yang. Over to Riley, Devlin, and Summerlin Gates. Now Summerlin Gates with 47 seconds. Trying to hook it in was Riley Wright, but it will trickle near the out-of-play area on the far side. Dolphins able to keep it in, though. Here's Kimmerer. Nowhere to room. Molly Ryan Gates. Looking to curl her way through. And off the mark as she slung it, working at her body from right to left there. And with 6 ticks to go, Ocean Lakes is likely going to take a 6-4 lead into halftime. So we see a barrage of goals for the first 17 minutes, but none in the last 8 minutes of the half. And that will take us to intermission, where our score is Ocean Lake 6, Bayside 4. We're going to step aside and come back with the second half in a bit, but let's hear from some of our sponsors, beginning with Shine Time Power Wash and Paint Professionals.
Revitalize your property today. Shine Time is your turnkey solution for all power washing and painting projects. With years of experience in both residential and large-scale commercial settings, their focus is to bring new life to your home, building, or outdoor space and ensure 100% customer satisfaction every time. Shine Time Power Wash.
it's everybody's favorite time of year again. Time to prepare to make your annual donation to that infernal revenue service. And if you're like me, you need help. Help to keep that donation as small as possible. So get off your W-2 and call John Maynard at John's Tax Service. 455-6763.
After more than 50 years of innovation, AstroTurf still leads the way. The inventor of artificial turf does it all, right here in the USA. We engineer, test, manufacture, and install the world's most innovative fibers and turf technologies, with over 30,000 tracks and fields worldwide. AstroTurf, powered by Sport Group.
There's something for the whole crew when you stop on in at Zoop Eatery. Go pay them a visit where you can build the perfect box lunch, a customizable and individually packaged meal for your convenience. Choose from any of the wide variety of soups, fresh salads, made-to-order sandwiches. They're all served with a hunk of bread, plus dessert. There's something for the whole crew at Zoop. Other Beach District lacrosse action tonight. You have Lansdowne and Kellum squaring off right now, and girls over at Green Run High School as part of a doubleheader. Over at Kellum High School, Salem and Green Run squaring off in the boys right now at 5:30. Later on this evening at 7 o'clock at Green Run High School, the Stallions play host to Salem and girls lacrosse. 7 o'clock tonight, Tallwood versus Princess Anne on the boys' side at Princess Anne. And again, part of our double dip tonight, you have the Bayside and Ocean Lakes boys going head-to-head coming up at 7 p.m. this evening. Let's hear from a few more of our sponsors, including a place where it's good to get a pizza on a Friday night, and that's Chicho's.
Wait, hold up. DQ put fries and onion rings in a chicken strip basket? Did you know this? Oh, of course you did. It's sitting right in front of you. Sorry. I mean, you got fries and onion rings together. Is this for real?
Hey, baby, wait.
Oh, yep. That just got really real. Grab a chicken strip and fry rings basket.
Okay, just one. Just one.
DQ, happy tastes good. Get it delivered at DQ.com.
At CHKD, sports medicine is more than just treating injuries. It's a whole team approach to caring for young athletes. With experienced physicians, surgeons, trainers, and rehab specialists here when kids and teens need them most. Our experts help young athletes prevent injuries too, with advanced training and conditioning programs that keep them in the game safely. CHKD Sports Medicine, where kids are more than patients and we're more than a hospital.
Starts at just $29.99 a month. The membership to One Life Fitness, One Inspired Life. We're here to help you start your Journey to Getting Fit, new membership available at any one of the 8 convenient Hampton Roads locations. All you have to do is go online to onelifefitness.com and claim a free trial pass. That's One Life Fitness. Quick scoring recap from the first half for Ocean Lakes at the 24-39 mark of our contest. Just 21 seconds in, number 7, Brittany Yang found the back end of the net on a goal, assisted by Summerlin Gates. Literally a minute and 26 seconds later, Yang got her second goal, assisted by Molly Ryan Gates, and that made it 2-0 Ocean Lakes. Dolphins thought they were going to pull away at that point, but Bayside had other ideas as Larissa Aub scored to cut the lead to 2-1. Molly Ryan Gates pushed Ocean Lakes' advantage back up to 3-1 with 21:01 to play in the opening half. Riley Wright found another Riley and Riley Devlin to give them a 4-1 lead, but Elena Chemnitz with the first of her 2 goals. Her first goal came at the 1938 mark, her second at the 8:12 mark, and suddenly the Dolphins' lead was down to 2 again until Summerlin Gates struck for the first of her 2 goals, 5-2 at 14:38, and then Gates with her second goal, Summerlin Gates that is, with 11:40 to go in the half. And then Bayside with the last 2 goals. We mentioned Chemnitz at the 8:12 mark, but before that, they also found a goal courtesy of Sanaya Kapoor with 10:15 to go in a half. And that's where we are. 6-4 is our tally. Ocean Lakes with a lead here at halftime. And while we have a quick moment, let's hear from both Legacy Lacrosse. We thank them for their support of lacrosse action. We've had USA Lacrosse here this week with its WCLA championships, and also Freddy's. Let's first hear from Legacy, though. So you heard from Legacy Lacrosse and Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burgers. LegacyLacrosseVA.com to find out more about lacrosse, the sport that is growing so exponentially all across the U.S., not just here in Tidewater. And Freddy's, a place where you can experience delicious cooked-to-order food and rich plus creamy frozen custard churn fresh throughout the day when you stop in at Freddy's Steak Burgers, located in Virginia Beach, Chesapeake, Hampton, and Williamsburg. It's the taste that brings you back as our third period is underway here. Check that, our second half is underway. So used to the quarters that they've been having this week with WCLA, but 2 25-minute halves for high school action. However, the guys coming up after we are done have 4 12-minute periods, but Bayside going from left to right now, and the red jerseys with the gold numerals starting with possession after taking the draw here, and sort of cocking and rolling for Bayside is number 13. Looking for somewhere to go with it is Stacy McGuall. Tossed over to Maria Hansen as she rolls left. Trying to find an open teammate. But Ocean Lake's able to poke it away and scoop it up. Defense on point here early in the second half. As on the move with it is Captain Riley Devlin into Bayside territory. So we hit under the 24-minute mark early in the second half. Here's Molly Ryan Gates, who will slow it up. But there's a one-on-one with the goalie and unable to score it. Great look for Melanie Dunaway, but once again, Bayside's goalkeeper undaunted by the challenge as Kaylee Moore stops her cold. Battle it forward around midfield, and it's going to roll out of play. So we mentioned earlier the Marlins have one more regular season game to play. That's coming up on Tuesday against Princess Inn. If you're wondering about what's on deck for these teams for the playoffs, well, the regional tournaments will begin on May the 19th, a week from tonight. The deadline for regionals is May the 30th. The lacrosse semifinals, June 6th through June 7th, and the lacrosse championships, June the 10th. As we lost some footage, but we got it right back, so We have returned here with 23:07 showing on our clock, and here's a free position for Ocean Lakes. Looks like it's going to be started by number 17, who's going to try to bounce it, and it will go away with Bella Rivers, but the Dolphins keep it. Rivers, beg your pardon, that's actually Bryn Kimmerer, as my 7s are looking like my 1s there. Put on the turf, but Lauren Rockove picks it up quickly. I've called out Rockove's name quite a bit throughout this season. That game against Salem when they won 15-0 back on April 18th coming to mind, where she had a couple of goals that night. Bayside hoping to avoid giving Ocean Lakes another free position, trailing this one by 2 goals as we near 22 minutes to go in the second half. Dolphins toss it over to number 15 in Lauren Rockhove. But possession will head back over to Bayside now, as the Marlins take over with Stacy McGuall. Here's Ocean Lakes with Molly Ryan Gates. It's pretty much been operating at even strength throughout. We've not had to see anybody go off with a card, anything of that nature in this contest. Pretty clean played game as we near 21 minutes to go in regulation. Here's Dunaway giving it up as she tosses it over to Summerlin Gates. Now Bella Rivers over to Summerlin Gates. Goes left, turns back right. 3 red shirts in her pathway. Loses the handle. And with 21:14 on our clock, here comes the free position opportunity now for Ocean Lakes. And from the right side, Summerlin Gates may have a pretty good look at things. She'll make a pass to Dunaway. And Dunaway will score it. Melanie Dunaway from Summerlin Gates, with 21:08 to play. So Summerlin Gates starts it on the free position, and Ocean Lakes is able to pay it off with a goal here. 7-4 is the count with 21:08 left in our contest. So you focus in on Molly Ryan Gates, Summerlin Gates, and others, and then someone like Dunaway can step up and burn you. Which is precisely what we watched unfold there. Draw is going to be taken in 1 here by Ocean Lakes. Molly Ryan Gates over to Bella Rivers. Rivers tosses to the right, and Summerlin Gates passes to Molly Ryan Gates. And another goal for Ocean Lakes as Summerlin Gates comes through. That's her 3rd of the game, a hat trick now for her. Ocean Lakes has doubled its lead here early in the 3rd quarter, 8-4 with 20:31. We'll take a quick timeout and hear from Shine Time.
Revitalize your property today. Shine Time is your turnkey solution for all power washing and painting projects. With years of experience in both residential and large-scale commercial settings, their focus is to bring new life to your home, building, or outdoor space and ensure 100% customer satisfaction every time. Shine Time Power Wash.
Wait, hold up. DQ put fries and onion rings in a chicken strip basket? Did you know this? Oh, of course you did. It's sitting right in front of you. Sorry. I mean, you got fries and onion rings together. Like, is this for real?
Hey, baby, wait.
Oh, yep. That just got really real. Grab a chicken strip and fry rings basket.
Okay, just one. Just one.
DQ, happy tastes good. Get it delivered at DQ.com.
It's not fast food, it's fan food as we're back here from the Sportsplex. Ocean Lakes doubled its lead to 8-4 on top of Bayside for Summerlin Gates' third goal, a hat trick. They control action again out of that draw. Summerlin Gates, who had the assist to Melanie Dunaway earlier here in the half. You heard from our friends at DQ, where I actually stopped today to get some lunch. I did indeed. Got me that Blizzard treat. Every day is sweet when they're serving you those, like M&M's cookie dough, Reese's and Oreo fudge brownie, among more. And as we tell you about all the sweet treats, Ocean Lakes, it's a treat to watch them play. They score yet again with 19:28 to go in our contest off the free position. Put it on the board to make it 9-4. Summerlin Gates, guess who? Number 3 with her 4th goal of the late afternoon, early evening. And she might get 5 or 6 before this one is done and we see the sun set on this 12th day of May, a week after Cinco de Mayo. The Dolphins trying to close out the regular season at 10-1 overall. A team that has been a force all year long under Coach Lauren Logan. They win the draw up ahead. They get it to Brittany Yang, and Yang is going to be off the mark one of the few times she didn't connect. She really set the tone in this contest. Now Bryn Kimmerer feeds it to Molly Ryan Gates. They work it around the side here. And now going to that X spot area. Here's Dunaway, where she often operates so well. Can't connect. A little high toss to Kimmerer out of her reach. And then Riley Devlin feeds it inside in the circle area, and then just really getting clobbered inside, as that will be a foul. And losing her headgear face guard, I think it was Summerlin Gates. So another free position for Ocean Lakes. Trying to get this to pay off with yet another goal. And Summerlin Gates comes through yet again. This has been her haven today. 5 goals for Summerlin. And Ocean Lakes has turned what was a 2-goal lead of 6-4 into a 10-4 advantage. Barely 8 minutes into play in this second half. And Bayside, with some of these infractions allowing the Dolphins to gain that separation. That one was tipped and will be head the other direction. See if Bayside can come up with some type of goal to wrestle momentum away. They like to get a free position and increase their odds of scoring at this point. So far, they've been searching for the answers in this second half and have been yet to find them. On the run now, the Dolphins. Riley Devlin. Long toss and battling it, getting tangled up there. It's Dunaway who hits the turf, and they're going to signal possession over to Bayside as she was pretty much tangled up with number 8, Chloe Friedman. Here comes Bayside trying to get a runaway, but 2 Dolphins are there to deny, one being Molly Ryan Gates, number 5, but Zoe Y is one of the unsung heroes, donning jersey number 1, stepping up as well. This Ocean Lakes team has been a real machine for much of the season. Not much has stopped them. That one blemish, as we mentioned, came in an out-of-district matchup that they had with Cape Henry Collegiate, 18-8 back on April 20th. That on a Thursday afternoon. And they have now won 5 in a row, well on their way to making it 6 straight to take some momentum into the postseason. The Dolphins could do more damage. And right now, trying to do damage and get a goal. It's number 14 for them here in transition, Reese Longwater. Not talked about her as much in this game, but still time for her to get her fingerprints on the outcome. Inside Bayside territory now with Sydney Schneider. Schneider will back up and make the pass just from her own end, and now it's Longwater who draws some contact. So with 15:09 to go, restarting, here's Longwater making the pass. He's thinking give and go, saying, hey, Summerlin, feed me the ball. I'm open. Let me go. Go to work. Double team comes. Can't slice that. What about the one-handed catch there by Molly Ryan Gates? And you could hand me that stick, and I couldn't do that 20 times if you let me try. She made that look effortless on that reception. Dunaway being defended well, gets it over to Summerlin Gates, who has been lethal throughout this one. Now she tries to make the pass to Yang. It gets away from her, but it is scooped up from Molly Ryan Gates, and as it is, a whistle, resulting in another free position. So Bayside holding its breath yet again, as this could become 11-4 in mere moments. Oh, that was offsides. False start, just like you get in football. Possession changes back over to the Dolphins here. Hearing a lot of cheering and roaring from some of these players and those urging them on. Trying to dodge trouble is Shamaya Burgess. .38 to go. A trio of white shirts surrounding the Bayside ball handler, which is number 17, Jasmine Fawn. She gives it up over to Hannah Hagag. Hagag fakes left, goes right. Gets by one Dolphins defender, then loses the handle. It's picked up by her teammate. Hopping along is Stacy McGuall. On a show, trying to do some fancy footwork maneuvering and dance around some defenders. Now it's back in the midst of Kaylin Dietz. Returns to Stacy McGuall. Try to find someone who can press forward and create a scoring opportunity. The Ocean Lakes defense really well positioned and closing down those lanes to squeeze through. And threaten Carson Thomas, the goalkeeper. Carly Gerhardstein. Gerhardstein makes the pass, and before she can make a move, I think she tried to go before she caught it, and now Ocean Lakes has it. Back into Bayside territory they go. On the run. Yang couldn't connect with Longwater as it will trickle away to the near sideline. Bayside scoops it up. Great speed from Kaylin Dietz. Still 83 degrees out here. 23 minutes before 7 p.m. on a Friday night in the month of May. Very warm day. Wonder about some of those bodies getting fatigued and tired out. It looks like we're going to get a timeout called with 11:26 to play in our contest. Ocean Lakes led at 6-4 at the half. They now have a 10-4 lead here, almost 14 minutes into the second half. A couple more goals from Summerlin Gates. In fact, she's got 3 this half to push the lead up to 6. We're going to step aside and hear from one of our sponsors, beginning with the place where you can get the medical treatment you need, whether your child's competing as part of a football team, likes to ride a bike, or is on the road to Olympic glory. We're talking about the multidisciplinary team at the CHKD Sports Medicine Program.
At CHKD, sports medicine is more than just treating injuries. It's a whole team approach to caring for young athletes. With experienced physicians, surgeons, trainers, and rehab specialists here when kids and teens need them most. Our experts help young athletes prevent injuries too, with advanced training and conditioning programs that keep them in the game safely. CHKD Sports Medicine, where kids are more than patients and we're more than a hospital.
After more than 50 years of innovation, AstroTurf still leads the way. The inventor of artificial turf does it all, right here in the USA. We engineer, test, manufacture, and install the world's most innovative fibers and turf technologies, with over 30,000 tracks and fields worldwide. AstroTurf, powered by Sport Group.
AstroTurf. Since 1965, the AstroTurf brand has been driven by forward-thinking ingenuity. Today, AstroTurf continues to improve its system designed to deliver playing surfaces with the most realistic sports-specific performance, longest-lasting durability, and sound player protection. AstroTurf. Mighty warm today on the turf. Just imagine what it will be as we move into the months of June and July and the dog days of summer and the really hot days. The heat is on. It's not just on the NBA team trying to stave off elimination in Miami tonight, playing the Heat, that being the New York Knicks. We're talking about the Heat coming to the Commonwealth of Virginia in the summer months. 10-4 is our score, and Ocean Lakes, they've been red hot all season long. Nobody in the Beach District has played this team thus far to a 1 or 2 goal game. Their closest margin of victory this season against Beach District foes was a 13-7 triumph over Princess Anne a week ago. Every other district win, by 9 over Kempsville, by 17 over Tallwood, by 13 over Lancetown, 15 over Salem. Game you saw here on our streaming channel and beachsportsplex.com, the YouTube page. 12 over Cox, 7 over Kellum, 11 over First Colonial, 15 over Green Run. Right now it's a 6-goal lead, and they're looking for more with Zoe Wise, who's going to try to curl through with multiple red shirts in front of her. Can't get it to go. I think it bounced off the post, and Bayside's looking to dig out of it. Oh, that errant pass isn't going to help matters all that much. Applaud the effort, though, of number 1 for the Marlins, that being Shemaya Burgess. As for Bayside this year in terms of its district play, well, they've been, I think, one of the surprise, neat stories in this first year of Beach District Lacrosse. It's not a club sport anymore in the city. It's now a scholastic VHSL sanctioned sport, if you will, I guess you could say. And as we've said many times, much credit goes to David Rhodes and the entire team that have helped spearhead this effort for a couple of years now. And Bayside with 18-goal victories and shutouts over Salem and Tallwood to start the season. 36-0 their first 2 games. I think it opened eyes. 14-10 over Cox, 15-5 over Lancetown. Had that 14-3 setback against First Colonial. Might have crept some doubt in at that point, but they've rattled off 3 straight wins since then. 15-4 over Kempsville. Bit of a tough one with Green Run 1-0. Some of the Stallions who have yet to notch that win can try to build on playing Bayside so close. And the 11-10 squeaker with Kellum that was a doozy of a game 3 days ago that Bayside pulled out at home. I know Princess Anne won't be easy necessarily coming up in their home finale, but they want to close this one out with some solid effort to take into that game so that they can get their 8th win out of 10 district contests. Tonight will be a hard one to rally and get that 8th win, as it's looking rather bleak, trailing by 6 with under 9 minutes to go. And Ocean Lakes, highly unlikely they'll give up this type of lead. Working from the sideline now, the Dolphins on the far end, trying to create something. Here's Riley Wright. To the X spot and Summerlin Gates. And it's fed over to Riley Wright, who's looking to play some keep away from gals in red and gold wearing the Bayside colors. Under 7:50 to go now in our contest. Highly doubt the Dolphins are done entirely scoring at 10. Even though it was surprising to see we didn't watch any goals get scored the final 8 minutes of the first half, and a half that had 10 in the first 17 minutes. Now here in the second half, Ocean Lakes has all 6 goals. Bayside has not scored since the 8-12 mark of our first half when Elena Chamness had her second goal of the evening. I'd like to tell you that if you want to watch any past games, it could be in the sport of lacrosse, high school field hockey, soccer, football. A lot of our material is archived on our YouTube page at Virginia Beach Sportsplex. Make sure you smash that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. And there's a goal. We'll tell you more about that in a second, as it's going to be Ocean Lakes number 8 finding number 1. That's Riley Wright connecting with Zoe Wise. And just like that, the Dolphins lead it 11-4.
Zoe Wise, number 1. Ocean Lakes.
That is Zoe Wise's first goal of the day. And I think a lot of people are happy for her because she's been an unsung hero to this team. Maybe the statistics don't show it with goals and assists. But every championship-level team needs those unsung heroes. It's like those linemen in football that do the dirty work in the trenches. Get down and dirty, you know. Least expected, someone rises to the occasion, and she's done that. But as we were saying before the right to Wise connection, W to W, as the Dolphins are well on their way to getting another W with just about 7 minutes to go in this one to move to 10-1 on the season. And they win the draw, and they're looking for more goals and securing that 10th W. Hit that subscribe button, like button on our YouTube page at Virginia Beach Sportsplex for this and many other contests played here at the Sportsplex right next door at the National Training Center, and all the activities we have going on here in the heart of Virginia Beach. Like and subscribe. We thank our sponsors for making this free. And if you'd like to be a sponsor, please visit the webpage at beachsportsplex.com/streaming. That's beachsportsplex.com/streaming, and fill out the contact information. Become one of the cool kids joining our great party and team where we have so many terrific sponsors. And let's shout out some of them again. Our title sponsor tonight, Tropical Smoothie Cafe, AstroTurf, Vault Athletics and Fitness, Zoop Eatery, the Virginia Sports Hall of Fame, John's Tax Service, CHKD Sports Medicine, Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burgers, One Life Fitness, Shine Time Power Wash and Paint Professionals, Dairy Queen, among many others. Thanks to all of them. Join the Cool Kids Club with Jeff Fatma on camera. Matt Hatfield here for you. I want to thank Garrett Jackson, Nick Sentai for helping troubleshoot our technical difficulties we were experiencing earlier. Chuck Thornton and his entire team working hard day and night to make this such a wonderful venue for youth activities, high school sports, and so much more. Dolphins with Brittany Yang, who began this game playing well. Now here's Summerlin Gates. Her shot's going to be denied there right around the net. Tussle for it. Fight for it, and near the sideline, Bayside's going to take over possession. We'll see if the Bayside boys can spring an upset, a surprise, if you will, coming up in our next game. Right now, the girls are trying to battle to the finish line here and get another goal. Trailing 11-4. They were only down 6-4 at the break. Takes a hop. And there's a goal for Bayside. Let's give it to number 10, Lana Schote. And for the first time this half, Bayside scores. Lana Schote with the goal. 11-5 is the count. And you hear the Bayside coaches shouting out, "Good job, Lana," as they are happy for her. Coming up after we're done, the Bayside boys at 4-4. They host Princess Anne coming up on Tuesday, taking on an Ocean Lakes team that has won 3 consecutive games, sitting at 10-3. And they have responded from one of those defeats that we watched here on beachsportsplex.com and on our YouTube channel that happened a couple weeks back against Cox. That was a tough night for them. Came up on the short end of things against one of the very best in the district in the city. Right now, Kellum is unbeaten at 12-0 on the boys' side, 11-0 in district play, conference record, if you will. Ocean Lake's right behind them at 10-3. Cox at 9-1, right there as well with points. Then you have First Colonial 6-7, Kempsville 5-4, 4-4 for Bayside, 4-4 for Princess Anne, 2-8 for Lancetown, 2-5 for Salem, 0-7 for Tallwood, 0-8 for Green Run. This is according to the district site, beachdistrictva.org, that keeps the results and tabulates the scores that the city student activity coordinators enter a lot of that information in there. And we thank them for all their help getting us rosters and the info to supply that to all of you out there, our viewers and audience that are tuning in. But the fellas lost that 11-5 game to Cox back here on April 25th, then fell to Kellum 13-8, and they've won 3 straight, beating First Colonial, Princess Anne, and Green Run since those 2 setbacks. Lost an out-of-district game 8-7 to Norfolk Collegiate back on March 21st as well. We're under 4 minutes to go now, as the outcome is looking pretty much known at this point, 11-5. Ocean Lake's in front. We'll start our boys matchup probably a little bit after 7 p.m. tonight. Could be closer to 7:30, as this one's taking a little bit of a longer time frame. See the Marlins watching from the sideline, ready to get going on the boys' side, and Ocean Lake's warming up behind the gazebo to our right. Reese Longwater making a pass. And Dolphins, as we've seen throughout this run here, give Coach Logan and her assistant coach Dunaway, those two, an awful lot of credit, not trying to rub it in on the opponent and embarrass them. They're just using some clock here. There's no need to try to score and get a certain number, but they do want to continue playing the game. And there's another neat goal for Summerlin Gates, who just waited patiently for it to open up, and she got it. Give it to Summerlin Gates on the assist from Riley Devlin.
Number 3, Summerlin Gates.
So Summerlin Gates with the goal. And that is Summerlin Gates' 6th goal today. Double hat trick. And that makes the count now 12-5 in favor of Ocean Lakes. It's not the first time Summerlin Gates has done this, ladies and gents, because she did it back here at the Sportsplex on March 28th when she had 6 goals against Kempsville 13-4. Jeff Fatma remembers it. So do I, because we were here for it on March 28th. Dolphins got themselves a 9-goal victory, and tonight they're up 7 on a team in Bayside that's 7-1. And I'll be honest with you, folks, with the way the playoffs are structured, I've not gotten a look at the tournament brackets for any of the regions, but I would say Bayside, depending on the type of draw for the postseason and how many teams go, who they face, they could do some damage. They are one of the better teams in the beach as well. And Ocean Lake's looking like a state contender the way they have been performing in every one of its district games. That 18-8 loss to Cape Henry out of district, notwithstanding here, even in that game, they showed goal prowess. It's going to be a matter of, can anybody test the goalkeeper for them, who has done a nice job in Carson Thomas. But the Dolphins, with their speed and athleticism, able to recover well in transition and not let her be tested frequently. So here's another free position with 1:50 to go and the clock still a-ticking. Looks like it's going to be initiated by Riley Wright. Actually, it's in the midst of Summerlin Gates, who's got her 6 goals tonight. A couple of bodies hitting the turf. Let's hope nobody sustains any type of injuries. We saw more than enough last week in the boys finale that we watched. Here come the Marlins on the move. So Ocean Lakes will close out the regular season at 10-1 overall. Bayside will drop to 7-2 with 1 more game to go. And as we get ready to bid adieu with a second game forthcoming tonight in approximately 15 to 30 minutes on the boys' side, probably right before 7:30 Eastern, we'll hit the airwaves or right around then with Ocean Lakes and Bayside's boys. We want to thank all of our sponsors tonight from AstroTurf, Vault Athletics and Fitness, Zoop Eatery, the Virginia Sports Hall of Fame, John's Tax Service, YouTube, of course, CHKD Sports Medicine, One Life Fitness, Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burgers, Shine Time Power Wash and Paint Professionals, Dairy Queen, Legacy Lacrosse, Chicho's Pizza, and, of course, our title sponsor, Tropical Smoothie Cafe. Eat better, feel better. And Ocean Lakes, they continue to get better and better. The horn has sounded, and the Dolphins win it 12-5 tonight.
Great job.
For our camera operator, Jeff Fatma, Garrett Jackson, Nick Sentai, Chuck Thornton, our entire team, I'm Matt Hatfield saying so long from Virginia Beach, but stick around. We got another game coming up on our YouTube channel. Share, subscribe, like, tell your friends, your family, everyone. Ocean Lakes Dolphins and Bayside Marlins, the fellas will be squaring off coming up here on this Friday night in May, right here on beachsportsplex.com and our YouTube channel. We'll talk to you then, coming up in a bit.